How's everybody doing tonight? Oh man, I need to button up my shirt. There we go. All right. Hope everybody's having a great one. Um, it is just past midnight, so I'm doing this video for what is it? June 23rd, but it's technically the 24th. But that's East Coast. So anyway, this is a daily update that I've been doing on Salad, doing the AI and workload compute jobs. So I tune in. I show you guys what my GPUs are making, talk about some things that are happening with them. For today, this is the first time I've actually experienced a really common problem that's happening on 40 series cards, especially, is the degraded VRAM issue. So let me jump over and show you guys what the cards are making, and then we'll address that degraded VRAM issue also. I'll probably do like a full how-to workup video once I make sure it's all ironed out, but some people had sent me over some information, and we'll try that first, and we'll try it live. So what's up, Sean Tharp and Craig Hinshaw? Hope everybody's having a good day. A great one over here. Okay, so jumping right into it, for 6/23/2024, my first 3090 is up slightly on its workloads from yesterday. It was doing $5.91. It's up to $6.03. My second 3090 is down slightly from $5.16 to $4.85. My third 3090 is down big time. It was on a $4.95 container. That was its first good container yesterday. And then before that, it was on like $2 and $1 containers. It's back down to a $1.91 container. I think the issue here is there's just a lot of GPUs on the network, and there's not a lot of good jobs to go around. So the more uptime you have on your system, and the more reliability score you have, you'll get better jobs. And I guess this machine just doesn't have as good of a score as these other machines. Now my fourth 3090 is plugging away at $4.78, down slightly from yesterday, $4.97. So some are down a little bit, some are up a little bit. It's pretty much a wash. Now, before we get out of the 3090s section, I did want to clarify some things when people were asking. For the CPU chart right here, that means it's a 12-core CPU. The CPU that I'm using specifically is the Xeon 2650 V4s, and the motherboard and CPU and stuff is all the same exact combo kit that I sell on my website. So the 64 gigabytes of RAM is the Samsung ECC server RAM, same exact stuff that I sell on my combo kits on my website. Shout out, because I don't have any sponsors, so I'm just going to shout myself out, bc-pc.com, or you can just Google BC and then put a space PC. If you Google BC PC with no spaces, it's some like company on the NASDAQ. But yeah, so you can check out the website. I got lots of motherboards and stuff coming in, even more RAM coming in. So yeah, that's some clarification on that. Now moving down into the 3060s. Oh, what's up, guys? Burn, welcome to the live stream. Golden Wolf, EDI PC Garage, Edible Zebra, Dan Otten. Hey, Jellyfishes. Oh, the Travelers Travels has become a sponsor. Welcome to the Miners Club. Much appreciated, brother. Good evening, crypto comrades. Yep. Dan Otten. Hey, Jellyfish, you're still struggling with VRAM issues. So we'll address that once we get to that one rig right here that says degraded. Right now we're going to go through the 3060s. So I still have one of them not online. I hope to fix that once I get back from mining Disrupt. I leave tomorrow, so there's no need in me trying to like stress and throw a rig together. Now my second 3060 is down slightly from $1.94 down to $1.78. Still happy with that because it doesn't burn a ton of power. My third 3060 went actually up a little bit from $1.75 to $1.79. That's good. And then my 4060 Ti, the new rig that I just got up and running yesterday, is now degraded. It was calculating all day yesterday, and then at some point today it went degraded. So we'll jump right into that. You would not try 3080 10 gig. I have a few people that have done 3080 10 gigs. They're in the Discord. We have a salad section where we talk about like what our cards are doing. 3080 10 gigs are limited to jobs in the sub $2 range. You're basically going to get the same jobs that a 3060 12 gig would get because those cards are limited on VRAM. So 3070 8 gigs are going to basically make the same as a 3080 10 gig. Audio is getting crackly. Mic is scuffed. What the heck? Let's see here. Hold on. Oh, it might be my fan. All right, test 1 2, test 1 2. How's that? Sorry, I had an oscillating fan over here blowing. Is that better? Is that worse? I had it on, it's on high too, so that might have been driving it crazy. How's the audio? Give me a quick audio check, please. Check, check, audio check. Hey, BC, would you recommend CPU or GPU mining? Right now, it's hard to recommend either. I'm basically only GPU mining and CPU mining on 2 rigs at the moment, and then everything else is all AI and computer and workloads, compute workloads. Better, good, it's good now, good. Yeah, I think that fan, when it was oscillating back and forth, was probably driving my microphone nuts. So, sorry about that, guys. Now going on to the estimated daily for today, it looks like we are estimated at $21.14, even though in Eastern time it is technically the end of the day. Salad doesn't end their day till I think it's Mountain time. I'm not exactly sure. I need to find out about that, but we haven't logged a full day on Salad yet. As for yesterday, I got to fill in our full day today for today's stream. We actually went a little under the estimated, so I think that had something to do with the 4060 Ti picking up a job, working it for a little bit, and then dropping it. But by the time I saw it, it was calculating and then degraded. But yeah, we were estimated at $24. We only clocked in $22.56, but I'm still happy with that. Still very happy with that. Audio is good, thank you. Miss your plastic bag studio. Well, don't worry, we're in the moving blanket studio now, because I threw those on the wall, and then my cat decided to climb them. So I'm taking all that down, and I think I'm going to end up just putting up like wood paneling. I don't want to drywall it because this is a garage, and I leave the garage door open, and we're in North Carolina with crazy humidity. So yeah, sheetrock and open garages. Well, garages that are open often. I don't really care for it. I don't think it's a good mix. You see it a lot nowadays, which is crazy. Can only use NVIDIA cards. NVIDIA cards have no VRAM. Yeah, operator. So a lot of these workloads are designed to run on CUDA, and guess what? That's all NVIDIA, unfortunately. Golden Wolf, I guess I need to trade out some cards for some cards with higher VRAM. No mining for me until wintertime for the heat. Travis Rice. Gotcha. All right, so let's go ahead and jump onto this machine that says Degraded, and let's do it live. Why not, right? Let's see here. Boom. We'll drag this over here. If you don't know what this looks like, this is what it'll do. It'll pop up. It'll be chopping orange, and it will not get a job. So insufficient VRAM. This was 5 hours ago. I just got home not too long ago. So this thing's been doing nothing for 5 hours. Your GPU has insufficient VRAM for container workloads. Please close any programs that might be using your GPU. Contact support for additional help. I don't know why it's doing this, because this is a dedicated rig. It's got nothing else running on it. But somebody told me that even though I'm on the newest version of Salad, try rolling your driver back to the 552 driver. So what we're going to do is we're going to pause Salad. We are going to go on to NVIDIA. We're going to download that 552 driver while I'm talking to you guys. We're going to do a clean install, a custom clean install. NVIDIA drivers. And then we'll restart the system and start it chopping again. And then when I check in with you guys tomorrow night, hopefully it won't be degraded anymore. So your 3090s did that. That's interesting. See, my 3090s have never given me the degraded VRAM issue, but I have not upgraded the driver on my 3090s either. So I think there is still potentially a driver issue. We need to go to that's 5.5. We need to go to the other download spot. Where is it? No, it's like the one with the black screen. Is this a manual driver search? I don't think this one's it either. It'll give you like a lot of options. I'm on 40 series laptop. Let's see here. 4060 Ti. Find. Try cubic coin mining. Yeah, actually the Technicals was doing some cubic mining and he had some really good luck with it. I did that and still same issue. DMAC. Oh, don't tell me that. That's what you did too, Golden Wolf. New drivers make a big difference. You installed 552. Yeah, that's the one that everybody told me they recommend. So this is 559. View more versions. That's what we want. So 552.44. Game ready. That's the one we want. Download. So we'll give that a second to download. You think it's worth building a few salad rigs from leftover rigs? Oh, what's up, Lupe? Yeah, if you have some rigs with at least, I'd say for 12 gigabyte cards, 32 gigs of RAM. If you have any like 16 gig and up VRAM cards or 24 gig VRAM cards like 3090s, 3090 Ti's, etc., 64 gigs of VRAM is needed. Man, what's the Beats by C? What's the best driver version? You know what I need to start doing is I really need to make a section on my spreadsheet that shows driver version. I think I need to include that. What do you guys think? Should I? Is it worth it? Or maybe just right here at the end? I don't know. Let's see. How much heat do they generate, Lupe? It all depends on the container workloads that they get, but I would say on average, mine run less power and they run cooler doing container workloads than they do mining. Now, the big catch-22 is you can only get one GPU per system, and that's it. That's all they support. For right now, they're working on adding more GPU support, and then you cannot undervolt or overclock. Some people said that they have been successful with underclocking 10% on the power. The only issue is if they detect that your card is underperforming, and they do spot checks. Ask me how I know. I've been doing some testing. If you do get triggered for a spot check, they will kick your job out and you'll lose that workload. And it's just not worth it for like a 10% power savings. Golden Wolf says he thinks 552.44 is best so far. Yeah, so I'm going to fill in my driver version so you guys can see that as well. Add driver updates. It's very easy to add that to your list. Yeah. Yeah, we're going to be adding that. So currently right now, we're on 552.44 and we're on that. We're on that across the board now. All of them are running on the older driver. Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. So we got that done. Let's go ahead and do a clean install. Wonder if Quadro K6000 would work. Chris Henshaw. The only issue with that, because I have a Quadro RTX3090 that's coming back from repair, and I was like, how's that do? And they're like, we don't have enough of them on the network to offer them to customers. So they said they will try to pair it up with the closest significant card, and a Quadro RTX6000 I think pairs up core wise really similar to a 2080 Ti. And I'm like, oh well, it's got, it's a 2080 Ti with way more VRAM, but it's going to get 2080 Ti jobs, which means it's going to be right around that $2 range. So that's not good. So a Quadro K6000 core architecture wise, I don't know what that matches up to off the top of my head, but I don't think it's new enough to make money. It's worth a try. Can you run dual 2080 Ti's on Salad? Nope. You can run a 2080 Ti on Salad, but not dual. You can't run any dual card, like no dual or triple cards, not yet. All right, let's do a clean install. How much does the CPU impact profitability? The CPU is not used very much at all. You need minimum 4 cores. The only thing is customers can request higher core counts. They can request up to 16 V cores, which they count threads as cores. So basically an 8 core, 16 thread CPU would enable you to get the biggest workloads. So if you put an 8 core 16 thread, then you're safe. You're not going to miss out on any workloads. But I have seen where some people have 4 core 8 thread CPUs with 3090s and they're doing $5 a day, no problem. So, you know, your mileage may vary. Obviously, the nicer system you have, it's kind of like being on VAST. The nicer system you have, the more availability to get workloads. I watched a couple of your other videos and it doesn't seem like much. Yeah, they don't actually use the CPU much. At least the workloads that I've gotten. Got some beef jerky tonight. Steven, I have a 13700 KF, 32 gigs of DDR5, 3060 12 gig, making 88 to $1.89 per day, no problem. Getting a job. Running the GPU at 100%, 73 degrees, Asus single fan. RAM is running 80%. So, Steven, you're pretty much capped out. If you look at the range, the 88 to $1.89, you should be logging in your full $1.89. That's what me and then everybody else that's in Salad refer to our jobs as, the max like payout. I was told and explained to the minimum side is if you don't finish the container workload, and it's supposed to scale up as you start and then go up, but that hasn't been fixed yet or finished yet, or I don't know. They have some GUI bugs that need to be sorted out, along with Star Chef. You shouldn't be losing the star status on your GUI on the system tray if you turn off video bandwidth sharing, because if you don't have enough bandwidth to do it, it shouldn't hold you back. And it's been confirmed from the Salad team that if you turn off bandwidth sharing, you're still a Star Chef if you're a Star Chef, even though it doesn't show up on the GUI. So yeah, you're getting $1.89 jobs on a 3060. You're doing good. Brandon, best used PC shop I know. Appreciate that, Mr. Cavalier. Lupe, I missed the part of a response for the heat answer. How much power does a 3090 Salad rig pull? So let's jump into a 3090 Salad rig right here. So this one right here is doing currently $6.18 a day on its job. See how it shows 259 to 618? $6 job, right? It's using 40.5 gigs of memory. It's using 2% of the CPU. And look at the GPU. It's running at 33 degrees Celsius. 10%, 9% usage. It ain't even sweating. This is how most of my container workloads have been. It's weird. Some of the cheaper, lower end container workloads that pay less hit the GPU harder. But the issue is it's hard to know what workload you're getting because Salad has all these different customers with all these different kind of workloads, and some could max it out, some could minimize it. The big thing that you want to make sure is you turn off crypto mining workloads. So in the settings, you can turn off crypto mining workloads so that way you get no mining jobs and you only get actual compute jobs. Those are the ones you want because they burn a lot less power, they burn a lot less wattage, and it's like variable. Even though if it might spike up to 100%, typically from what I've seen, most of them don't hold 100% for very long, or at least nothing compared to crypto mining. Why isn't this listed on what to mine? Because it's not technically mining. Dan says you're rolling your driver back now. Yeah, I just did a restart. Let's dive into that rig and take a look at it. It's this one or no? Where is it? There it is. All right. So 552.44. It's really hard to read because I'm remoting into it. I like to check my driver version on the task manager also. So we'll open up task manager. Just a quick, easy way, go to performance, go to GPU, maximize it, and then you can look right here. And then the last string in numbers, 55244. So just goes to show you what driver you're running right then and there. Oh no, I closed out of the wrong window. Hold on. Let me get back into that. Sorry about that, guys. Is there any profit calculator for Salad Crypto Sweden? Not yet. It's been a work in progress that a couple people have been working on. The only issue is it's just like I've said before, there's so many variables. So many variables. Remember me on this device? Wait, what drivers should we be on? If we refer over to, I can't tell you what you need to be on. I can only show you what I'm on. So I'm on 552.44. The only one that I had updated to 555.99 was the 4060 Ti, and it was calculating and then went degraded. So somebody told me to roll back to 552.44. That's what we just did right now. So we're going to launch Salad, let it run, and then when we check back in with you guys tomorrow, I guess the proof will be in the pudding. If it is degraded again, we need to explore different avenues. So we'll go ahead and set this bad boy to chop again. If you have any questions, go ahead and fire them in the live chat right now, and because I won't be online much longer. It's getting a little late. Hugh Franklin says, got a $2.32 container job on your 3090 today. It's been running for 12 hours now using 380 watts and manually increased the GPU fans up to 95% using fan control. Yeah, Hugh, I noticed some of the cheaper jobs definitely run the GPU harder, and I don't know why that is. I'm going to put that on my notes for stuff to ask the Salad team because I have a meeting with them next week. It's almost like those jobs should be paying more, not less. I suggest you use DDU before installing drivers, so properly uninstall old drivers and leftovers. Get recals. Well, yeah, if this doesn't work, then we'll be DDUing stuff tomorrow. Wait, what drivers? Oh, yeah, we answered that. How much for a 4080 Super with an i9 and 32 gigs of RAM? 4080 Super has how much VRAM? I'm not sure. I haven't talked to a lot of people with 4080 Supers right now. Is there any, you're welcome. Lupe, sheesh, real talk. How long do you think we have before difficulty is a thing? Lupe, difficulty has already hit the Salad Network, and it was introduced by me and all the other YouTubers that promoted it. By the way, this is not a paid promotion. I'm literally showing you guys this video. If you use my referral code BCOIN, I think I get $2 if you mine up to $4, and you guys get like a free $2 as well. Just to be like fully transparent with y'all. But they don't pay me for my actual videos outside of just that referral system. But let's see. The difficulty is so far what I've noticed is you do a lot of calculating. So right now this 4060 Ti is calculating, and that means it's sitting in line waiting for a container workload, and they prioritize giving out container workloads and jobs to systems that have a high uptime. So you got to stand in line and build up your reputation, so to speak, before you start getting jobs. But what I noticed is once you start getting jobs, if you don't drop jobs or have problems or go degraded or restart or update or do anything that would take it offline, they keep giving you jobs over and over again. If you're lucky, there are indefinite jobs out there, which means they have contracts with people, and they literally load up the container workload on your system, and it will run as long as you leave that system up. Now, if you have an issue and you go down, you lose internet, anything like that, it will dump that job and it goes to the next person in line. Just the unfortunate part about it. That's how their system is set up. But from what I've been told, they have fixed pricing depending on what the customer is requesting and using. So there's fixed pricing for what we're getting paid. So just because more people are on the network does not mean that the pay per card is going down. How much? Let's see here. 3090 is doing better than a 4080 in earning. Yes, because the 3090 has more VRAM. VRAM is a really, really big issue for these AI and these workload jobs. Yeah, sorry about that, Snoopy. I just don't have any experience with the 4080 Super, and nobody, to my knowledge, in my Discord does. If you want to join my BCPC Discord, go to any of my current videos on the video tab on my channel. Join the Discord, and then there's a section called Salad Bowl. Tons of people in there with really good information. Dan, the Salad tab is what is using the GPU mostly on those containers. Best to have it minimized. Yeah, I try to minimize it before I actually close out. I was just going to see if something happened while we were on there. What RAM speed are you using at 64? Lupe, so I'm running Xeon V4 systems, and they top out. The CPUs will not recognize higher than 2400 megahertz. So I'm using Samsung ECC, and I believe it's 2666, but it runs at 2400 megahertz. Walker's Hyper, yes, this is the system that had the degraded VRAM. And if you go back and look, I waited and showed you guys like what the error looked like. We rolled the driver back from 555.99 to 552.44. That was told to me by a few people that fixed the issue for them. There's also some people in the live chat that said that didn't fix it for them. So we're going to give it a try. And if it doesn't fix it, we'll find out tomorrow on tomorrow's live stream and go from there. JP put 128 gigs of RAM in my 3090 rig 3 days ago and has never gotten more than $1 jobs. JP, I don't know, man. That's $1 jobs on a 3090 is rough. I mean, I have one literally running right now, but that's not a good setup, especially with 128 gigs of RAM. Yeah, see, I have one of mine doing a $1.91 job right now. That's my worst performer. FBI open up. Very nice, Mr. Cedric. You gonna be in VC? I may jump in there for a little bit, Nick. My one rig keeps calculating 3060 rig. I think the hard HHD has not enough room. How would I know, and what's the best way to clear up room? So Long's Auto, this is not recommended to run on a hard drive. It's actually recommended to be on an NVMe, but a SSD will work. And you need minimum 50 gigabytes for a container workload, but those container workloads do bloat and get big, and they get upwards of 100 gigabytes. So I recommend, if it's a dedicated Salad rig, at least a 256 gig drive. A 500 or even a 1 terabyte drive would be nicer and kind of future-proof you for a little bit. JP also got a chopping indefinitely status today on Salad. What's that all about? Chopping indefinitely. JP, send me a message on Discord. I'm not sure about that. I have not run across anybody that's had that. Walkers, it matters for a main rig. What are you referring to, Walkers? Potentially degraded. So the one that was listed as degraded on the VRAM is a dedicated rig. There was nothing going on. Dang, I'm a moderator in the realm. Nice. Be nice, people, or you get banned. Hey, don't make me take that moderator back. Yeah, you're my moderator, man. Let's see here. Not sure what you're on about. Okay. Stability is key here. Yes, getting your systems up and running. And that's why I decided to start keeping up with it on a daily basis, so we could go back and look at things together. Because, oh man, is my face literally covering? Was it covering it the whole time? That's unfortunate. I guess I need to slide that over a little bit. Anyway. There we go. I lost my train of thought. It's getting late. Is 3070 better for Salad than a 4060 Ti? Jersey Jedi. A 3070 is an 8 gigabyte VRAM card. It's not going to be able to run big jobs. It will top out at max $2 a day. 4060 Ti 16 gigabyte version will do upwards of $4 a day. Some people have shown $5 a day. Nope, you cannot use multiple GPUs. Ascar, do you delete the file if it gets too big? Dan, I have not been, because I was told by the Salad team, if you delete that file and it has to re-download that file, apparently it shows up as a lower stability score. So trying to like let it run and do its thing as much as possible is key. I am not running a VPN on these systems. No, off. I was talking to Lupe. Sorry. Oh, gotcha. Dan, only when you added the driver tab. Oh, because it pushed him over. I got you. Does Salad AI support AMD GPUs? No. It's not a Salad issue. It's because a lot of the container workloads that are designed by the developers that are using Salad as a service, these are Salad's customers on the other end of the spectrum, design their software to run in CUDA. CUDA is NVIDIA's language software suite. It's a language. It's not a software suite. API language. I don't know. Anyway, CUDA, NVIDIA. Unfortunately, CUDA is not AMD. I believe it's Vulkan on AMD. And until AMD can get that figured out and like use their language, which I don't know if they're going to be able to. Yeah, people just aren't designing stuff in Vulkan like they do CUDA, unfortunately. What's up, Overkill Mining? Glad to have you, bro. So if you want to run multiple GPUs, it must be on their own motherboards and systems. Can I run Salad on Windows? Salad is only on Windows. And Travis Rice, you do, yeah, each one of these individual systems right here are on their own CPU, motherboard, RAM, and SSD. That's why I have the RAM gigabytes listed and the CPU cores listed and the driver listed, because each one of these are individual rigs, systems. Yeah, it is unfortunate. It feels very wasteful, but it is a good opportunity to build lots of desktops. So I have mine in cases. They're in the other room over there, and I'm a hardware guy, so I enjoy putting things together. Oh, anyway, before we get off here, let me jump over to the Chrome Remote Desktop. And we're still calculating, but we're not degraded. So our 4060 Ti, we're going to let this bad boy burn. I will check back in with you guys tomorrow. I don't know exactly what time I'm going to be, and I don't know exactly how my audio quality is going to be, because we're going to be tuning in from the hotel room at Mining Disrupt. Probably, maybe 75% chance, with a half chance of that. So we'll see. If we don't tune in, at least update my spreadsheet and we can catch up when I'm probably sober. So yeah, is 16 gigabytes of RAM enough? 16 gigabytes is the minimum, but like I was saying earlier, if you imagine all of these systems are sitting in line waiting for a job, and you got the boss being like, hey, what do y'all got? And this system's like, oh, I got this GPU and I got 32 gigs of RAM. Well, and then the same guy beside you has the same GPU, but he has 16 gigabytes of RAM. They're picking the one with 32 gigs of RAM. It just, having more RAM in there up to 64, I think past 64 gigabytes right now is the line of diminishing returns, because there's very few jobs that go past 60 gigabytes of system memory. So just, food for thought. But anyway, guys, thank y'all for coming out. I really appreciate it. I've kind of really enjoyed getting into the swing of like doing some little short live streams every night. So yeah, I appreciate y'all. This has been fun. It's been real and it's been fun. It's been real fun. There's actually over 100 people live right now at almost 1 a.m. Eastern time. That's nuts. That is crazy. Is it better to have 4 sticks of RAM or 2 sticks? Well, it depends on the system you're on. Right now for Salad, it doesn't really matter because the customers are not able to see or order RAM depending on clock speed. So they don't know if they're getting a system with DDR3, 4, 5, what megahertz it's running at. It just is what it is. So I imagine as it's expanding, they are adding more options for customers to choose. So RAM speed may play a role in the future, but for now it doesn't. All right, guys. Y'all have a good night. I appreciate y'all. See you on the flip side. Again, the Traveler's Travels. Thank you for joining the Miners Club. I don't currently have anything that is for you guys, but I need to come up with something. I do. I'm gonna make a channel in the Discord. I need to figure out how to link the Discord to like check who's a member on YouTube. Yeah, I'm not sure. Anyway, Walker's Hyper. Where do you get salad? Oh man. Oh man. That is a rabbit hole right there to go down. Please show Task Manager which under making earn. I don't know what that means. Here's Task Manager. Jellyfish emote. Yeah, we do need that. Laptop on salad. I don't suggest it. I don't think that'd be a good idea. Kind of like a laptop on mining. You can do it. I've done it. Don't suggest it. We have 100 plus people in chat, but only 12 likes. You know how it is, Lupe. It's just like that sometimes. By the way, Lupe, go to one of my newer videos and join the new Discord, because we made a separate Discord for the BC PC shop. So we have a crypto Discord, and then we have a parts Discord for the computer shop. And I went ahead and put the little salad tab in the parts Discord, the new one, because it's technically not crypto. So, you know, that kind of thing. All right, guys. Y'all have a good one. Good night. See you tomorrow.